All right, let's take a quick look at where you can find important developer settings within Agility. When you first come in here, you'll have your top navigation bar. Let's go over and click on Settings. Here on the left-hand side, you can see sitemaps, which will be important. This is where you can come in to add your production and preview deployments. So you can just click Setup. We can automatically set up a deployment for you through Vercel or Netlify. Or if you already have a deployment, you can just click Manual Deployment, give it a name, plug in the URL for deployment, and then just mark whether this is your preview or production deployment. On the left-hand side, you have locales as well. So this is where you can go to add in new languages or locales for your Agility instance. And then down at the bottom here, we have our API keys. So this is where you can find your default live and default preview keys. You can just click on Show to see those. You can enable them, disable them, add your own API key. And then above that, you can find your sitemap name, security keys, GUIDs, and some additional API URLs for you for the Fetch or REST API and GraphQL on the right-hand side as well. Below that, you have options for webhooks as well. Right now, we're going to focus on the API keys. If there's ever a time where you need to test the responses, you can always click on Explore the REST API to open our Swagger section here. To authorize, you just go here, click on Authorize. You're going to grab your fetch or preview key, whichever it is that you're testing. So we'll just copy this, pop over to Swagger, and drop that in. Then we'll close it. And then we can go down and decide what kind of item we want to test. If we wanted to test the sitemap, for example, we could click Get on the sitemap, click Try It Out over here on the right, and then we just need to plug in some info. So we know we're doing the fetch. We'll grab the GUID from here, pop that in. The locale, easy to find which locale you're in up at the top here, but you can test any locale. So we know this is ENUS. And then down here, you want the channel name. Channel name is going to be the website name, which is pretty easy to find. Also just the name of your deployment. In this case, it's website, and reference names should always be lowercase. And then we're just going to hit execute. And down here, we can see the response that's coming back, as well as the curl request if we need that as well. So that's a super helpful, super powerful tool that you have at your disposal. If you ever need to find your IDs for like a content item or a page, you can just pop over to Pages here, go to the home page. This is going to work exactly the same for content items. You're just going to look over here in the Properties tab, which will be this option here. And then you have your IDs down here below. So you can see this is page ID 2. Content items work the same. So you can go to this list, for example, hit the Properties tab, Developer Settings, you have here as well. You can see the content model reference name. Whoop, there we go. Content model reference name. And then in an individual content item, you'll find it in the same place. You got your ID right there. So that's the gist of how to navigate the main settings that you'll need within Agility as a developer. Go ahead and click the next button below to move on to the next lesson.